make the claim, national revelation. Why doesn't everybody else make the claim?
It's very simple. If you want to be charitable and assume a religion's founders were honest and earnest believers, then the reason they don't make that claim is because that's not their story. Why would they claim something different than what they believe actually happened? And if you want to be cynical and assume that the religion's founders were charlatans and just eager to get followers, then the choice of private revelation was clearly an effective choice. Christianity and Islam did way better than Judaism with their private revelations. And if you are adopting the cynical view that the founders are just fabricating a religion that they don't really believe in, then mass revelation has some significant problems as a narrative. If the founders want to maintain any control of the religion, they cannot have God speaking directly to everyone at any time. That will create theological chaos. And if you try to prevent the chaos by telling people that God spoke to everyone in the past, but no longer does today, that requires some kind of an explanation. You can see the author of Exodus attempting to deal with this by having the masses retreat from hearing God's voice because it's too intense. And in Deuteronomy, the author does this by limiting the communication to just the Ten Commandments and nothing more. Mass revelation creates problems. If God is the kind of being who can speak to everyone and appear to everyone, then why has no one seen or heard him in the past 2,000 years? So you keep saying that mass revelation is the best way to start a religion, but it assuredly is not if you are assuming the founders are acting in bad faith. And if you are assuming that the founders are acting in good faith, then the story they tell is simply the story they believe to be true. And there's nothing else to say about it. That's the story they believe happened.
This is a huge, gigantic question. There's a gulf that separates Judaism from everything else. Everything else starts with one person.
So does Judaism, as I already mentioned.
A small group of people.
So does Judaism, as I mentioned.
A miracle.
So does Judaism, as I mentioned.
Nothing in the realm of a national revelation communication to everybody. Why not make the claim, whether it happened or not, such a great, better foundation for the religion?
Do I have to listen to another 25 minutes of this? The answer is because if you envision the foundation of a religion under false pretenses, mass revelation is simply not the best story. And you can say that history proves that.